Hello. I am deciding to make this video to update anyone that watches or listens to the videos that I have posted. Which, if you are listening to this from YouTube, thank you for the sudden, I believe, 54 views on the Halo 3 ODST We Are Heavy short video. It seems like you guys were very interested on that one than the other one, which is perfectly fine. I'm still figuring stuff out. And if you are watching this from TikTok, thank you for the sudden, I believe, 71 for the Bigfoot TikTok and the 90 on the Halo 3 ODST Halo Reach firefight video. Reason why I'm making this video is not to point those out, even though I'm very, very grateful. It is to point out that there's going to be a schedule change. Said schedule change is the original one was that I record or stream, mainly mixture of both, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's still going to be that. It's still going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but the change is going to be that there is going to actually be a schedule for those days, being that there is a time when I will schedule. Reason is because in the future I'm going to be working, which means I can't do what I was doing before, which was just, oh, I'm going to stream whenever on Monday, or whenever on Wednesday, or whenever on Friday. The reason why that schedule was the way that was because originally I was streaming whenever I felt like it, and then it became whenever I can, and then became Wednesdays and Fridays because I am doing adult learning on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But now there being the added thing of there being a job while I'm still doing adult learning means I gotta actually put a schedule in. Thing is, what I used to, as just a hey, I want to do stuff for the day, or I just want to sit and relax and then stream, was most of the time I was streaming at 23 o'clock. For people that are not following a 24-hour time, that is 11 o'clock. And because videos take a little long to edit and then upload, for example YouTube, it takes about almost a half an hour to edit the long version of the video, because I like to post both of them. Long one being if people wanted to see the stream that they missed without the added stuff. And then there's the short video, which is if you only wanted to see the action portion, which is what the Halo 3 ODST was. I am still figuring out stuff here and there, but that's why there was always two videos lately about the same thing. And now, because a friend of mine recommended to me to do TikTok shorts of it, I have also been now making 3 videos in total, which is the third one being for the TikTok. And going back to YouTube for a moment, then it was about an hour to 2 hours of videos uploading per video. And then if there was any copyright that suddenly appeared, then it would be about another hour for the copyright to be dealt with per copyright. So for example, if the video popped up that there was 5 or 3 copyrights, it is 3 or 5 hours per, or not per, in total, 1 hour per. So in other words, it is about, for example, if we're going with the lower end of the copyright stuff, it would be about 5 to 6 hours for the video to finally be done and upload. And that's just one video. There would have been a second one, which means that is 12 hours. Luckily, I am not doing it in a line. I'm kind of doing all 3 of them at once. So when one video is uploading, I'm working on the next one. But in a straight line, that's already 12 hours, a half a day. Luckily for the TikTok one, it's not as bad, mainly because for the TikTok one, I do put a little bit more stuff on it, mainly because the editing software that I used for the TikTok shorts does add some stuff that the editor for the YouTube really does not have. I'm going to slowly figure out how to get both of them to be equally as interesting, but essentially that's the main part. So because of that, I do need to figure out a actual schedule so that I'm kind of going to bed at a reasonable hour so that I can be well rested to continue forward. And I think the best time for that to be will either be 12 o'clock, so midday, or somewhere between 15 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Again, for people that are not on 24-hour time, somewhere around that ballpark. Now, to my friends, who I hope watches the videos that I make, that means if there is a group game that we wanted to play, for example, Lethal Company, Repo, Lockdown Protocol, or hell, even the Minecraft stuff like Minecraft Manhunt or Minecraft Survival or whatever, which I will that actually reminds me, I need to point that out for a project that I did a tutorial on, which I'll talk about that at the end. But that means if you decide to not join either me or us before that time, you have missed the window, because this schedule is based off of a thing of I really can't essentially compensate as much. I might be able to compensate a little bit, but not as much as I would like. And because of that, if you miss the 12 or 3 o'clock window, that's that. So if you wanted me to play a game with any of you and you missed it, well, you're going to have to wait another day. Now, that does not mean that, oh, I'm not going to play with you the rest of the day. No, it's just I'm not going to stream the rest of the day. If there's a game you want to play, but the stream window is gone, I will still play with you. Now, possibility, there is a possibility that time will change, because I don't know what job I'm going to be, what temporary job that I'm going to be in. I don't know the schedule of it yet. But for now, that is going to be future schedule streams, is that I'm going to either be streaming from 12 to 3 That's when the stream is going to start. And I like to stream for an hour or two. So in other words, if I start streaming at 12, it's going to probably end at 1 or 2. If I started at 3, it's going to end at 4 or 5. Yeah, that's another thing. Some people have questioned, oh, do you want to stream another time? Or they'd be like, oh, you and I should stream, but it's a different day. There's a reason why I'm not streaming those days. I'm not going to stream Tuesday, I'm not going to stream Thursday, nor Sunday, nor Saturday. Reasons are, again, my Tuesdays and Thursdays are when I'm doing online learning, adult learning. And I like to have a break moment when it comes up to school stuff. So in the morning, I got my first class, and then the rest of the day till near night is my time. So I'm not going to stream those days because that is essentially my time of rest. Then there is school for the ending of the day. In the case with the not streaming Sundays and Saturdays, those are my days of rest. Hopefully the job that I will go into for the time being will allow me to keep my Sundays and Saturdays as a time of rest, which is even further reason on why I'm including an actual time for stream on the days that I'm going to be streaming, because I am most likely going to be working those days. I guess one thing that would be of importance, priorities. So, the sad part is my streaming and recording are my least priorities. So, if I'm not able to stream, it is because either time was not able to compensate for the times that I want to stream. Does that mean that I'm going to stop streaming in general? No. I will still stream, I will still record, I will still play the games that people recommend. Speaking of which, if there is a game you want me to play, as long as I have the means to get it, I can get it. For example, what I mean by means, because sometimes people get a little confused with some words. I have the ability to get it. Okay, either it's free or it has a price tag and I have the money to get it. Speaking of that, one thing that has kept popping up for some people, I don't care if I get paid from YouTube. How my ideals and how my brain sees this is a hobby. I'm sharing my experience with people. Not only that, it also can be a benefit, aka, hey, here's a guy that's already played this game. I can see what he's played, and I like some of the games he's playing. That is what this is. This is not oh, I want to be paid to get views or likes or whatever, which, if you want, you can like and subscribe. I do not care if you do, but it would be very much appreciated. And on that note, if there is something that you want in this, for example, you want the videos reduced, please comment down below. I believe it is unlocked, which means you can comment in it. Which is also where you can type on, hey, Winter, here's a game that I would like you to play. Go check it out. Which I will very much would love to do. But if people's thoughts on this channel was, hey, here's another guy that wants money. Sorry, I am not that person. It's, hey, here's a game I'm playing. Here's a place where you can talk to me. And that's why this whole thing started on Twitch. It's a place where you and I can talk to one another. We can hang out. That's why if you're looking at the Twitch, I think in the YouTube, it says it somewhere of, hey, here's a place where we can game, where we can hang out, and just chill. That's also why I changed the background to what it is now, because what it was before kind of didn't seem like how I wanted it. Now it actually looks like some characters talking with one another, hanging out, and they're game characters. So I hope that it brings out the literal, I guess, saying that we're gaming, we're chilling, and we're hanging out. Sorry that I'm repeating and all that. I'm literally recording at almost 2:15 in the morning, almost 3 o'clock. So I'm a little tired, but I just felt like this should be talked about. Let's see. Yeah, I talked about the schedule, talked about the days. We are slowly figuring out the Minecraft roleplay stuff. Sooner or later, we're going to do that, and hopefully it goes well. We do have a small number of people. There are some people that may not be able to do the roleplay with the people that are going to do it, like me, Cyber, Luigi, and so far we got the mod pack that we're going to be using for the roleplay, which I will, if any of you want to try it out and have fun with it. I will, when we actually do the first episode, I will try and figure out how to put a thing so that you can try it out. And sadly, we do not know of a exact date on where we're going to do it, but there will be another trailer, which hopefully will say the date on when we plan on doing the RP, who's going to be playing it, and yeah, that's essentially it for the RP. That's essentially, I think that's it for the schedule as well. But one thing that I think I'm saying it again is, again, this is not for money. Nothing like that. It is just for experience of, hey, I'm another gaming YouTuber sharing their experience in a game and hopefully entertaining anyone that may be watching. You can either watch the content on here, YouTube, or you can come hang out with me, my friends, on Twitch, or you can watch a snippet here and there on the TikTok. If you're watching this from TikTok, well, essentially the reverse thing of that same thing. You can hang out with me and my friends Twitch, or watch out the full video or a short version of the full video on the YouTube. And on any of the platforms, any of the three, you can suggest me a game. Full warning, if you are suggesting it in the Twitch, I am not going to immediately swap to the game that you suggest. I will just keep it in mind for when I do the next stream. But your suggestion will be done at some point. It might not be right away, it might not be in the next week or month, but it will happen eventually. I think I'm slowly repeating myself. Sorry. And I think that's it. So, yeah. No, yeah, that's all of it. But thank you for watching this video. I will post the schedule down in the description so that if you wanted to, I don't know, screenshot it or make note of it or any of that, it is sitting there physically in front of you for you to watch. Or not watch, read. Bleh. You're watching me talk about it. But thank you for watching the video. I know this wasn't entertaining in any shape, way, or form, but watching it is good enough for me. Thank you, and good night, and have a nice night. I almost said have a nice day, but good night. And I need to figure out an outro that is not me saying bye-bye accidentally like Markiplier. Speaking of which, I have been thinking on playing one of his editors games, specifically one of Lixian's games. If any of you think that's a good, entertaining video, comment down below. And on that note, bye-bye, and good night.